putting up your Christmas tree early, perhaps the most unhelpful solution to 2020's problems, right behind removing Aunt Jemima from the syrup bottle and replacing your mask in between bites at a restaurant. Seriously, California, what are you doing? One take, let's go. All this week, my social media feeds have been covered with celebrities and egomaniacal people posting photos of them setting up their Christmas tree, as if that's gonna be a solution for 2020. The BBC, I was doing a little bit of research for this topic. They wrote an article that people are celebrating the holidays earlier to, quote, combat an awful year. On what planet is this going to be any sort of solution? I'll get into that in a second. But listen, this week we saw Snooki post her Christmas tree. Fantastic. Mariah Carey posted hers, which I don't know why. I can't think of any commercial reason that Mariah Carey would want anyone to celebrate the holidays earlier. Candace Cameron posted hers, but don't you dare make fun of Candace Cameron. She's the internet's sweetheart. She's a Christian. We loved her in Full House. Anything negative said about Candace Cameron will be blocked and deleted from the comments immediately. Jesse James Decor posted hers, which, we're all thinking, can Eric post? Can Eric do it while shirtless? Can he post the Christmas tree? No. Well, we'll take what we can get at this point. Tan France also posted a Christmas tree photo, which he said, haters, back off. Like, that's what everyone's caption is. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I'm posting my Christmas tree early. Hey, listen, real quick. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. And the reason why nobody cares is because you're putting this on the internet. If you were doing this for a reason for yourself, to bring encouragement and joy and laughter, you wouldn't be posting it now. And I guarantee you, 1,000 times out of 1,000, every Christmas tree that is up currently in America is also on social media, because the only reason you put a Christmas tree up this early is to get ahead of the trend and brag to everyone else and get more likes than anyone else. There's no other reason. That fact cannot be debated. And listen, if this was truly going to be the solution for the world's despair, do it in April. Literally do it earlier. I didn't know this was going to be such a revolutionary idea. The world is literally coming to an end, and somebody's like, let's put up our Christmas tree 2 weeks early. That'll solve it. Oh, why didn't we think about this idea during the Great Depression? There were bread lines miles long and people were just starving to eat and had literally no savings. What if somebody just came along, hey, you know what would cheer you up? How about you put up your Christmas tree early? Not a solution. Why didn't we think about this during 9/11? It was in September. This would have been the perfect opportunity. People, literally the country is falling apart and being attacked by terrorism. Why didn't someone just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we stop with all this self-defense and trying to find bin Laden? Why don't we just put up a wreath on our front door? Why? It literally makes no sense. The government in 2020, the economy being what is and people being out of work and stuff for Corona, people are like, the government is trying to get bailouts and stimulus checks. Why didn't they just pass out peppermints? Listen, this is stupid. The police have already been defunded. Listen, they're taking away their weapons. Why don't they just give them, instead of going over to a house that has like a domestic violence call, instead of bringing, guns or tasers and handcuffs, why don't they just bring, eggnog and cookies? Maybe that'll solve it. By the logic of these people on the internet, that should apparently be the solution. And listen, there was this is absurd that I'm actually having this conversation. There was a Yahoo article that said, people are just weak and people have been through a lot this year and people need the encouragement, and maybe I don't know. I'm summarizing I'll put the article right here, put it down in the comments so you can read it. What is going on? Like, this is not, it's not a solution. Like, it's like getting divorced. They'll be like, yeah, I got divorced, but like I stopped by the gas station and bought a candy bar. So like, I'm feeling better. I just got diagnosed with a debilitating disease, but like I stopped by the mall and like bought a pair of shoes. So like, I feel better. And listen, I get it. People want to celebrate earlier in this country. People love to celebrate early in this country. No one knows that better than Democrats. Come on. That's not the joke I meant to make. I did, though. But listen, the Business Insider, I read an article on Business Insider. It's that people are trying to compensate for past trauma or relive the magic by putting up their Christmas tree. They're either doing one of two things, trying to relive the magic of their childhood or compensating for past trauma. And 2020 being what it is, I'm assuming that everyone's trying to compensate for past trauma. And listen, I know you're sitting here thinking, John, you're a bah humbug. John, you're a Grinch. Listen, before you call me the Grinch or against Christmas or a Walmart Black Friday security guard or something like that, let me just explain to you the concept of delayed gratification. There was an article in Psychology. Dude, this is already the fourth article I've referenced in 5 minutes. I am doing my research for this show. My goodness. There was an article in Psychology Today that talks about the marshmallow experiment. And this happened in the 1960s at Stanford, before Stanford was what they are now. Listen, let me just explain this. They did an experiment on young children. They put a marshmallow on the table and said, you can't have this marshmallow, but if you wait, I'm going to go out of the room. You can't have this marshmallow. If you wait and I come back to the room, we'll give you 2 marshmallows. And it's the marshmallow test. It's very famous. You can look it up on the internet. When they came back, the children that had delayed gratification and resisted the marshmallow and got 2 marshmallows, they followed up with those people 20 years later. And this is not a joke. I'll put it in the description. Those people that resisted the marshmallow to later get 2 marshmallows, let me read this, had higher SAT scores, lower substance abuse ratio, lower obesity, which it was a marshmallow, so that makes sense, better social skills, and better response to stress. Literally the exact opposite of a millennial in 2020. Every millennial is like, I want to date whoever I want to date. I'm going to DM them immediately, and I'm going to wait in line for 5 days outside of the iPhone store, outside of the Apple store to buy an iPhone. And we wonder why these people are not happy. Literally no one is practicing any type of delayed gratification. And the Psychology Today article said delayed gratification is the most effective trait of successful people. That's blowing my, I don't even have a joke for that. That just says everything you need to know. And listen, in 2015, because all the Christmas trees are going up right now, which is absurd to me. 2015, 86% of people said that November was too early. In 2015, 86%. In 2020, 43% said November was too early. I have not seen stats decline that fast. I'm not doing that joke. I'm moving on from that joke. I'm more mature. I'm different. That's my New Year's resolution. Come early. See, I'm celebrating. Listen, we can't just celebrate the holidays early. Or we can. I don't know. You could, if this is what the new normal is going to be, just celebrate whatever you want, whenever you want to. Listen, Earth Day, you can celebrate that any day of the year. You can pick up and you can recycle any day of the year. You can throw your trash in the appropriate bin any day of the year. White girls that are basic on Instagram can post a bikini photo any day of the year. You don't have to wait till Earth Day on a beach and be like, I love Earth. We know what you're doing. We see right through it. Listen, you can celebrate Halloween early if you want. Listen, you can just go outside looking scary. I don't know what the joke is going to be, but I'm going to get a photo of somebody to post up there. It's going to be funny. But or you can tell your kids to go around and knock on doors and ask people for candy literally any day of the year. It might be weird, but you can do it if you want to. You can celebrate Easter early. You can do that. You can get together with a group of people and celebrate the Lord's resurrection literally any Sunday you want. Oh, you can't do that because they close churches? Oh, okay. Good point. You can celebrate any other holiday except that one. And listen, if you want to celebrate early for Christmas, no one's stopping you. You can chop down a tree in the woods whenever you want. You can drink hot chocolate whenever you want. You can wear an ugly sweater literally whenever you want. Some people have. Come on, that's not it. Listen, celebrate Christmas whenever you want, I guess. I mean, it's not going to be helpful. It's not going to be helpful for you. I'm telling you that right now. Practice a little delayed gratification. Post it on November 30th. But listen, post it now or post it later. Can we all please agree? No more Christmas inflatables in your yard. There's no better way to say, hey, I'm white trash, than by putting Christmas inflatables in your yard. Look, it's one of the elves humping a reindeer. Hilarious. It's not funny. And you're lowering the property value in your neighborhood. You're embarrassing. There's no easier and better and more effective way to say, hey, everybody, I'm poor, than by putting a Christmas inflatable in your yard. The only benefit to putting a Christmas inflatable in your yard is you're lucky that no one's going to rob your house because they drive by and they clearly don't have any money. We're good. Listen, people are celebrating everything too early. The same thing happens with fall. Literally one leaf hits the ground. One leaf hits the ground and white girls on Instagram go nuts. Pumpkin spice latte. Let's have a bonfire. Let's go on a hayride. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Just wait till the time. It's 75 degrees out here. Wait until it's fall. Listen, if you want to celebrate things early, you can. If you want to sing Christmas carols, you can do that any time of year. If you want to have a self-absorbed gift exchange, you can do that any time of year. Just have a, what are these called? Gender reveal party. Shoot, I missed the joke. Listen, I think through all this, the one thing that's being neglected, think about it, is Thanksgiving. No one should be more pissed about this than Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving used to be like the opening act for Christmas. They'd come out, play a couple jams, get the crowd hyped up, and then Christmas would come out, and it was a miracle. And then we'd all celebrate on New Year's Day. We'd come out and bow, all of us together. But it's not happening anymore. Thanksgiving has been robbed. First of all, we changed it into Black Friday, and Thanksgiving adapted. We're like, all right, I guess we'll do a Black Friday. It's more about families. But now it's about eating a turkey dinner with your family and then going and acting like an insane person at a TJ Maxx. And the government has taken away both of those from us. We can't do either. How angry does Thanksgiving have to be? Matter of fact, moment of silence for Thanksgiving. What's that? Oh, hold on. It's not called Thanksgiving anymore? Oh, sorry. It's called Native American Heritage Day. I wrote that down. Native American Heritage Day. Thanks, white people, for yet another solution that is not helping literally anyone. We get it with your white guilt, but maybe, I don't know, this is a wild concept. Make friends with the minority that you're trying to stick up for and stand up for, because possibly, just maybe, they're not asking for what you're trying to promote. And it's a little disrespectful to them to speak on their behalf. But that's just me. Let's just, moving forward, you're asking yourself, well, when should we put up our Christmas tree? Well, traditionally, it's been the beginning of the Advent season, which is the fourth Sunday before Christmas, which is November 29th, which is 3 days after Thanksgiving, which we've been doing that for as long as I can remember. That's always been the rule. But apparently it's 2020 and no one follows the rules anymore. Boom. Some would say the argument against putting up your Christmas tree early is because some people on the internet say putting up your Christmas tree before Thanksgiving is in fact bad luck. And listen, I've seen some of y'all this year. I've seen some of y'all during 2020. Some of y'all are on the brink. Some of y'all cannot handle any more bad luck. And listen, you're thinking to yourself, we want a real tree. John, we want a real tree. We don't want a fake tree. Well, you know why you can't get a real tree anywhere before Thanksgiving? Because the Christmas tree only lasts 5 weeks. There should be something to be said. There's no real, any of these people that are posting their Christmas trees on the internet, they're all fake. And listen, I get it. A lot of people want a fake replacement because they can't achieve it the real way. Like the Lakers, can't achieve a championship in the real way, so they have to settle for a fake replacement. That was honestly a second-class joke. You were like, John, it's off topic and it's unnecessary, and it was kind of hurtful to everyone in LA. But listen, these people are losing their minds anyway, and they're probably not watching this. I'm just saying, Christmas used to be exciting. Remember when you would finally, after Thanksgiving, you would write your Christmas list? Me and my brothers would literally sit and count down the days until Christmas. We would count down the days till Christmas. We would just count and count and count. And now people have just stopped doing that. Kind of like election night. Dang it, that was not a good joke either. It was honestly not that good of a joke. Listen, if you're going to celebrate holidays early, you better add everything else to the list, because on Thanksgiving, if you're going to celebrate on Halloween, you're going to start celebrating Christmas. On Thanksgiving, you got to start celebrating Valentine's Day. That's the rule. Look at every guy watching this. Okay, John, let's slow down. I'm not trying to appreciate and love my significant other before the designated day. Matter of fact, I'll buy a card and a bear at CVS on the way home on Valentine's Day. That's about the extent that I prepare to pre-plan for a holiday. And listen, solutions. You're always looking for solutions. Listen, if you're going to celebrate Christmas early, Mariah Carey is going to be grateful. Listen, Mariah Carey makes a lot of money. Then the earlier you celebrate Christmas, the better off she is. And subsequently, the better off Nick Cannon is. And if you want to support Christmas coming early, Nick Cannon needs some more money so he can buy better, well, I don't know, whatever this is. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is what I'm saying. Rednecks over this whole situation are coming closer and closer to being right, which is crazy because, listen, rednecks have long been known for keeping up their Christmas decorations way too late. And Tan France from Queer Eye's now putting up his decorations earlier, bringing him farther and farther away from a New York fashion consultant and closer to the rednecks that he tries to make over. Life comes full circle, everybody. It's prior to Thanksgiving, but Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week.